many will be answered tonight in advance of the playoff. Temptation versus the Atlanta Steam. Say it with me. Temptation.
I am fired up about this one. One of the premier matchups of
both players mic'd up. Let's listen into this collision. The 20 of Atlanta. This is Salerno dropping back to pass, now taking off with it. And
Ziegler and Purnell, they have to shore up that secondary again against one of the greatest quarterbacks the league's ever seen. For Carey, I love watching her play the game.
A 3rd and 1 keeper by Salerno. A 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Handoff Bourseau.
Sideline to sideline, better than anybody on that Atlanta squad.
Here's a 2nd and goal play. Salerno to the goal line. And I believe she was in this offense now going to work. Ball at about the 10-yard line. That is a toss left. Brittany Demery. And
receiver Jolie Efezikai, who we picked up as a free agent from Pittsburgh this week to be the number 2 receiver going into the playoffs.
And what a
team through in big games like this against LA.
A 1st and goal, looking to Ariana Barton, incomplete. We sat down with Danielle.
The red zone right now after that key turnover on Salerno's fumble.
A 3rd and goal. We've got our first penalty of the night. And the LA offense. From the shotgun, Dakota Hughes back to pass. There's pressure on the edge. And just getting it away. That is intercepted.
He saw her speed and hands. And then with Schmidt out, decided to put her wide receiver and said she has such a high ceiling. She is somebody.
Lineup. Outside of the recent controversy with taking a knee with the national anthem. And that is Salerno connecting with Keon.
And with Schmidt out at wide receiver, Dane Robinson knows they don't have a go-to number 1 receiver, so they're going after Salerno.
The LFL, but not if you're Los Angeles. A 4th and 11. Here's Salerno trying to evade the rush and getting the edge, but not to the marker.
You can pick him apart. He is sending the corners on blitzes right after Salerno.
A 1st and 10 for Atlanta. That is a draw handoff to Jesse Locklear. Certainly capable of opening up the passing game. That is an inside handoff. Adrian Purnell. 2nd and 5. Hughes under center. Handoff. Jesse Locklear. A good-looking one there at the Los Angeles 7-yard line. Hughes back to pass. Now rolling left. Has a receiver. Backing itself up to the 6-yard line. That is Ziegler in motion. The handoff goes to Demery. Look at Megan and Agam Chichindu. The starting corners, they play very physical. This is Dakota Hughes, good-looking pass. That is when she really turns it up. Here's the extra point attempt, handoff to Brittany Demery using that load.
Events, she wins that at Cal State Long Beach.
A 3rd and 2 handoff going to Bourseau, and that'll be a prize that Atlanta bench is not challenging this call.
In a game like this, you have to challenge that.
A 1st and 10, that is Salerno.
High-tech running and passing, 0 points so far.
Salerno in the shotgun. Here comes that blitz again.
Hit by Robinson.
A 3rd and 3 handoff to Bourseau up the middle. And that should be enough.
A quarterback with her stature in this league for so many years, she knows the game probably better.
As you said earlier, Ashley Salerno certainly has the merit to do so. Now a 2nd and goal. Dina is going backwards now. Salerno back to pass over the middle, nearly in. Los Angeles will need to get into the end zone. Over the middle, and this one is intercepted. That is Jolie Efezikai.
Got the right receiver.
A 2nd and 10 ball at the Los Angeles 23, a high snap. Sailing over the head of Hughes, and Hughes losing her seconds remaining. And set back at their own 17-yard line. This is Hughes back to pass in the pocket, throwing down the.
At 6'1" with blazing speed, quite a target, but this is her first.
They make the key free agent acquisitions, and Efezikai definitely fits that bill. This is Jesse Locklear.
Umbrella tuck, look, let him go underneath that, then collapse on him.
A 4th and 7 to the end zone. Stats.
Really impressed by
play. We get you ready. The second half is underway in a game that Los Angeles trails it 7-0. Yard line. A 1st and 10 handoff goes to Locklear as Jesse Locklear initially starting at the 5-yard line. A 2nd and 4. They're going to run a reverse. That is to Lawrence Ziegler, still in the backfield. The ball does go to Locklear. And look at the tackle by Najah. And this Atlanta offense is moving the ball. Now an option keeper, Dakota Hughes. Austin, a 2nd and 4 for the Atlanta offense from the shotgun crossing pattern. And that is complete on a 24-yard line. Again, this offense is able to move the ball. They just can't put any points up. Hughes back to pass into a vital 4th and 1 handoff. That's going to Jessica Salazar. And Salazar will pick up. A pair of running backs flanking Hughes. This one goes to Salazar. No, Hughes going to keep it herself.
In the backfield, that's when you give her the football.
And they're going to go to Demery. Look at the tackle by Lily. A 3rd and goal for Dakota Hughes. A high snap. Does manage to hold on to it. And now stretching into the end zone. Open up this passing game. A 2nd and 10 at its own 15. Salerno calling her own number. Now optioning out to Carmen Bourseau.
I'm on the offensive side. She is a beast in the secondary also.
That is Salerno calling her own number.
Catching the head coach flat out on his belly, telling the player what to do.
A 4th and 7. Ashley Salerno evading the rush.
Only got sacked. She gets hit right there. No. Salerno, the player she is, she makes a play, improvises, gets a first down for LA.
How about
they corrected themselves?
This is the extra point attempt. Salerno taking it in herself. Dane Robinson coaching up that defense. And this is a handoff to Demery. And that is a loose. A 1st and 10 play. Salerno buying time and dumping it off to Takarangi. And Takarangi making some moves in the open field. Or anybody out on that field, they are playing to win. And that is the extra point. That is good.
Down the Atlanta running game.
Atlanta going back to work, handing off to their workhorse. That is Jesse Locklear. And 15 after that 5-yard penalty on Eliason. They're going to go again to Locklear. This time only this offense goes back to work. Another high snap over the head of Hughes. And all Hughes could do is sail it. 3rd and 15 now. Hughes back to pass from the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket, throwing down the field. If they don't convert, they're going to give LA a really short field. Again, Hughes stepping up in the pocket and into the end zone.
All the momentum.
Salerno and this offense going back to work over the middle. And just not able to. At the Los Angeles 23. That is Delaney Hall in motion. The ball goes to Hall. A good-looking Paga, one of the better tight ends in the game. Also not suited up tonight. That is Carmen Bourseau. We've got a tied-up ball game. This is Ashley Salerno. Great blocking on the outside. Back to game action here. That is it. I mean, we talked to Dina Wojcicki. The extra point is not good.
How much team back to where they were back then? For the last couple of years, all they do is lose in the 4th quarter.
A 1st and 10 toss play to Locklear. Angeles could be big, as this is now a 6-point game. Another handoff to Locklear, getting the edge. 3rd and 3, ball at the 24 of Atlanta. A little crossbuck handoff to Locklear. That'll be enough for a first down.
Stack right. Smooth. 9.
She ran through it.
A 2nd and 10, ball remains at the 23. Hughes with a lot of pressure on her.
The corner to your go-to receiver, Lauren Ziegler.
A 3rd and 18. Atlanta's got to cover a lot of ground. This will be Dakota Hughes. Season play for Atlanta. Another high snap. Dakota Hughes dropping back and throwing to the end zone. And over
the other side, you really got to hand it to LA. I'm going to use the word chaos again. They got a lot of chaos, a lot of dysfunction, but they are simply a good